My name is Tracy Lindsay. I'm a board member of the Northland Association of Pharmacy Technicians, or NAPT. I would like to walk you through today how North Dakota has improved pharmacy services by expanding the roles of pharmacy technicians. In 1991, NAPT was formed by our state's pharmacy technicians. Its mission was to provide a unified voice for the pharmacy technicians of North Dakota. Over the years, we have worked with the North Dakota State Board of Pharmacy and other professional associations. As a result, we have become an integral part of the profession of pharmacy. Most people think of pharmacy technicians just working in traditional roles such as hospital pharmacies, telepharmacies, compounding pharmacies, and community pharmacies. Through collaboration, North Dakota's technicians have been able to expand their duties to become educators, managers, Board of Pharmacy members, and program administrators.
As a pharmacy technician for over 15 years, my previous experience gave me the knowledge to know what a technician needs to know when they enter the profession. And this changes as time goes on. Those entry-level skills have changed over the years. I think the role of an educator is similar to the role of a technician in practice in that you're utilizing that same skill set, getting the job done. But the role as an educator is also very different because you really become involved in students' lives, and there are some skill sets that you gain through experience as an educator. Nothing is black and white, where in a pharmacy things are black and white. It's right or wrong. You don't send something to a patient that's half right. Where in the education world and you're dealing with people, there's black and white as far as their skill sets go, but there's a lot of gray in between when you have to deal with different situations in students' lives.
My role as a pharmacy operations manager for a specialty pharmacy, I deal with patients, taking them through their complete journey for their specialty pharmacy medication. So I may be involved in the onboarding process where the patient has just been prescribed a medication that they know little or nothing about. From there, I may be involved in helping the providers with the prior authorization process or even financial assistance for the patient. In our specialty pharmacy, we have over 1,000 patients on the specialty pharmacy. For specialty pharmacy, it takes a little bit longer to review each patient, so you may be monitoring or taking care of 5 patients because you're really looking at an in-depth overview of that patient and making sure that they're, again, staying adherent to those medications. A lot of the patients on specialty medications are being prescribed something that may be thousands of dollars, and knowing that what I'm doing is making sure that they're able to take that medication and take that complete worry off of their plate that they've just been diagnosed with maybe a rare disease, knowing at the end of the day that I've made a difference for them. And that's what I like most about my job.
The pharmacy technician position on the Board of Pharmacy was initiated through a collaborative effort of pharmacy technicians and other professionals who felt that having a technician on the board would be a good representation. I feel that serving on the North Dakota board, it allows me to bring the perspective of a pharmacy technician to the table. Over the years, we have implemented registration, education, and certification standards. The purpose for those standards are to ensure that when a person begins working as a pharmacy technician, that they have an entry-level knowledge and skill set to be able to perform the job.
I am the program administrator for the prescription drug monitoring program at the State Board of Pharmacy. I do the day-to-day operations. So correspondence and helping prescribers, dispensers, law enforcement, licensed addiction counselors, anyone who has access to our program. I do a lot of reports. So reports for legislation, reports for the advisory council, which is made up of medical board, nursing association. There are 49 states that have a prescription drug monitoring program. We have connections with 32 of them. And I work very diligently to make sure that we can get many more connections. But not only that, like I mentioned earlier, it's important that in those connections with those other states that they allow the assistive personnel. And so maybe not only making a connection, but enhancing the connections that we have.
By expanding the roles and responsibilities of North Dakota's pharmacy technicians, pharmacy workflow and patient safety have improved.
Hi, my name's Carly Smithers. I am a pharmacist at an independent community pharmacy. I think it's really important for pharmacists to take a step back and realize how we can best be utilizing our technicians. Nowadays, techs have so many more roles that help define them, and this includes things like inventory control. Our technicians are some of our best people in the pharmacy to know what we need, what we don't need, what's been sitting on the shelf too long. Technicians can also help with the vaccinations now in terms of bringing that patient into the vaccine room, getting them checked in, filling them out, helping them fill out the paperwork, and also with going over that VIS or vaccine information statement form with the patient. One of the biggest differences that I found from coming from a different state and coming into North Dakota is that I can basically treat my technician as my right-hand man, and they are confident in their job and confident in what they do. And so that makes me feel like I've got a reliable person working by my side and that I'm able to step away and know that everything is being taken care of in the pharmacy.
My name is Calkins Hamrick. I'm the Director of Quality Assurance and Regulatory Affairs in a private licensed research pharmacy in Fargo, North Dakota. In my role as Director of Quality Assurance and Regulatory Affairs, I depend every day on the technicians to make sure that they do the right thing every day. My job, I cannot let anything leave our facility. We have zero compliance, which means that any drug packaged has to be 100% right every day, every time, to make sure that the right drug is going to the patient. Technicians are really instrumental because of what we do. There's a lot of things we do that even if you're a packaging specialist, you can't do unless you are a licensed certified technician. Just last summer, we were involved for a 1-year study every day, 7 days a week, where the technicians had to do a reconstitution for a drug. It was sent to a patient's home, and it was only good for a 12-hour window. So as soon as it was dispensed, we had to write the time down. I should say they had to write the time down. And it went right away to shipping. It went out on the truck, and then it went to the patient's home, and their caregiver gave it to them. It was for a disease for children that is no cure, Prader-Willi syndrome. And it made a big impact. And I think that when you're involved in that and you're instrumental in the outcome of how that drug was dispensed and how it got to the patient, it's pretty exciting.
We've seen the expansion of pharmacy technician duties nationally, but you may wonder what positions they hold in North Dakota. Here are some of the innovative positions held by our state's technicians. This list is by no means exhaustive, but we hope that it'll inspire you to reach for the stars. Adjusting dispense quantities so all of a patient's medications can be refilled at the same time. Reviewing current medications with the patient to assure they are the same as what their doctor has prescribed. A technician in a supervisory position may be in charge of scheduling, training, and employee evaluations. Ordering medications, checking for outdates, and assuring there is sufficient inventory for their patients. Responsible for development and implementation of systems to decrease medication errors and improve patient safety. Employment in non-traditional settings such as warfarin, hypertension, and asthma clinics. Coordinating and assuring patients have their discharge medications prior to release from the hospital. Interacting with potential customers, such as informing veterinarians of a pharmacy's compounding services. Appointment to a state's board of pharmacy, which brings a technician's perspective to their state's pharmacy regulations. Working with national associations to continue evolving pharmacy technician practice across the country. By working locally and nationally to improve patient care, we not only increase the safety of pharmacy services, We also increase the value of our profession. The future direction of our profession requires that we all take part in its evolution.